what Bitcoin value truly represents?
No, I think that's a great question, and it is the question of the hour. Uh, in my personal view, and I'll let everybody else also talk about this, I think Bitcoin is probably not going to be a competitor to any fiat currency at any time in the future. I think Bitcoin was very useful as being the first use case for the blockchain, and now the blockchain can facilitate such fiat currencies just like Bitcoin was the cryptocurrency that could be value exchange and it was low cost because of the decentralized ledger. There's no reason why other countries can't do this with their currency. And in fact, I think Honduras is trying this out, and there are a bunch of young countries that want to attempt to do this. So I don't think fiat currencies and Bitcoin will ever reach a point of competition. I think Bitcoin served very well to be a container for trustless transactions, and it was probably just the first use case in one of many.
I wouldn't really say that while it's certainly true that demand and supply are very important in determining the price of Bitcoin on an open exchange, some people think that there's an inherent kind of cost to producing Bitcoin. So every day, about $2.5 million US dollars worth of energy is expended by miners on securing the Bitcoin network. So people kind of think of this as the cost of Bitcoin, the cost of what it takes to make Bitcoin work on a day-to-day basis. So similar to how extracting gold is expensive, and that kind of gives it some inherent value because it's difficult to mine and it's scarce. Similarly, you could say Bitcoin has some kind of inherent value. But I would just challenge the notion that if fiat currency even, how many things are really backed by anything? Inflation and many factors could kind of throw into question what anything is worth. Everything relies on trust at the end of the day. You trust the government to kind of back up their word. But we've seen with like Cyprus in 2008 that stuff can go wrong and you can get a haircut from the government or from banks. So I would say that yeah.
Okay.
No, not my. I think the panelists summed it up quite well. I would think that maybe in certain countries like, maybe Zimbabwe or in Venezuela now, with the kind of inflation they're facing, they might actually prefer Bitcoin than the fiat currency of their country. But yeah, largely I don't see it as challenging fiat currencies per se, but it has its place in an alternate, universe where people do want certain less regulated or unregulated trade and commerce to happen outside the fiat currency place. So nobody really knows how it will play out. And I don't know if you guys knew, but last 2 days ago, because of yet another hack, the price dropped 20% in a single day. So that volatility will be continuing. I don't think we're going to be done with that anytime soon.
I think, sir. Answer it fast.
Sure, sir. If I understood your question correctly, you meant that, since there's so many different kinds of cryptocurrency wallets, is that going to be an issue in the future when you're trying to send money from...
How is it different from the e-wallets, Paytm and all?
Okay, so to answer, if I'm to get a question correctly, you're asking me the difference between a Bitcoin wallet and something like Paytm. Okay, so in Paytm, what's happening is there is an intermediary. When you transfer money to your friend, essentially you're transferring the money to Paytm, and Paytm transfers the money to your friend and maintains a ledger for all transactions. What's happening in the case of Bitcoin is, since it's decentralized, there is no registry, no centralized registry. So there is no Paytm who's keeping a record of all transactions. You're transferring money directly to your friend, and the ledger for that is maintained globally.
Okay. I think we're done for the session. If any questions are there, please take it offline. We'll be available at the break. We are having a...
He mentioned that Pandurang is joining us
virtual Pandurang is joining. I said, no, the Pandurang is joining us virtually. Yeah, it means two different things. I think we must really give the young entrepreneurs a big hand. Good luck and keep up the good work and take the country to the next level, of innovation. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a short tea break of 15 minutes and we will be back for the next session. Before starting the new session, excuse me, I'd request Vijay, where's Vijay? And our past president, Shirish Deshpande, to felicitate our young members. Ayo, upar ayo. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. The young members from Elemential, that is Anil, Sahil and Areman.